Hi and welcome back to my channel, and firstly I'd just like to say thank you for coming back. I do really appreciate it as always. It does mean a lot to me that I got so many followers or so many subscribers. Yeah, so I'm coming in with the little book of special days, and I'm also going to be using the little book box frames. So I've taken a couple of sheets out of this special days one, and I'm going with this car as I'm making a wedding card. So I've gone ahead and I have stuck all my red liner tape onto the frame, and then I've taken one sheet out for the base, and then I've taken two sheets out and I've cut these down so that I can layer them up on top of one another as like a layering card. So before we do anything else, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this into the centre of the box frame. So first off I need to do putting the tape on these four corners, and then go in with your all-purpose glue, and this is the Kalau one, which is my main go-to. That's if the nib doesn't get blocked, which this one seems to have got blocked. I always seem to get one out of the bottles that I get that gets blocked for some reason. Hopefully that might have dislodged it. No, it doesn't seem to be dislodged on that one for some reason. So I'm going to grab another bottle, and hopefully this one is working. There we go. Because that other bottle, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. That other bottle, I have one bottle out of the ones that I buy that I've brought from, where did I get them from? Temu. That the nib gets quite blocked, and the last time I tried to unblock it I squeezed it that hard that the glue went everywhere. It went all over a pair of short pyjamas that I was wearing, and I couldn't get the glue out, so my shorts were ruined. But anyway, that is a different story. So with this one, you just, fold all these joins along the creases to make the box. And the reason why I've put the image in first is because putting the image in first is easier than trying to make it after you've put the box together, because it doesn't want to go in, it doesn't fit that way. So I tried doing one of these the other day, making a wedding card with some acetate, and I had to pull it all up. I had to sort of like ease it off to try and get the acetate to go not the acetate, to get the book page in, and it was proving difficult. So now I put the page in, I watched the show back and figured out how they did it, and that was how she did it. And I think it was Kat that did it. So just placing that, hopefully I get it in the right place. No, and again it's not going to go. Right, let's try that again, shall I? Should be in the right place. Okay, I'm going to do this side. There is easier ways of doing this, I'm sure. You know, sometimes if you burnish these bits down a bit better, they tend to fold a bit easier. And I have watched people do these in a different way. They fold the bit over so that you just fold along there and then it sticks like so. It looks alright at the moment. And I put them other bits on afterwards. I think they'll go on afterwards, she says. I'm hoping that I've cut them down enough that they're going to go in. Now here comes the trickster part. I can never remember if it's better to do the edges. I think it's better to do these ones first, as you can see, my boo-boo. So now I've got to try and prise them off. I'll leave that on there for a minute because I've got to get these off now. See what I mean about boo-boos? So I'm going to pull them back open, hopefully, without too much damage to my sheet underneath. This one's stuck down a bit too quick for my liking. See if I can prise it off with my burnishing tool. So I'm trying not to do any damage. This is how not to do them, I should say, not how to do them. This is me showing you how not to do them. But I might be able to just get that away with tucking that one, getting that one underneath maybe. But let me come in with these. I think these might be a little bit too big actually. Which then means if I get this wrong, it means I have to go back to the drawing board. Because it would be a total disaster. Getting the backings off of these foam pads are a nightmare. Make sure I've got it up the right way would help, wouldn't it? And it's like a fussy cut, but I've done this on the trimmer. So I'm trying to get this, trying to see how much make sure that it goes in the right place. And peel that one off. So the foam that I'm using on here is an A3 sheet that I've cut down. So now I'm just trying to figure out where roughly this one goes now on this side. I'm trying to line up the wheel. And then the last bit is going to go on the top. Place that onto there, hopefully that's in the right place. So now I don't think this is still not going to, oh there we go, got it up. Because that's supposed to tuck sure that's meant to tuck in there. It will do. I'll do this side now, hopefully. This is the only thing that I would suggest is when you make this one, if you've got this, don't do what I did, because it is a nightmare to get all this to go together. They make it look so easy on screen, them ladies. For me it's like I'm having a nightmare. So that's supposed to sit like that. Okay, so I'll ignore my disastrous attempt and just carry on. Hopefully I can get that to go in, and it should go down, so we'll end up with it looking a bit like that. Okay, then we have the frame here. And you have your sentiments as well, and your little stand to stand it in like a picture frame. But before I go putting this frame on, I need to get some acetate, and I need to find out what acetate I'm going to use. No, I don't need that bit, it's this bit I need. So that's going to go, it's supposed to go over there. It doesn't seem to fit this very well, I don't know why. I don't think it's meant to be that big, it's too big. Yes. So if that's pulled in properly, maybe it'll fit better. Yeah, so when this is pulled in, it does fit a bit better, because this is not all pulled in yet. So that will fit on like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some red liner tape. I'm going to put the red liner tape so it connects them two bits. Like that. And do around this side, where this is the one that's not sitting very well. And hopefully that'll bring it back in. So it sits a bit tighter. Like so. And then I'm going to go along this one to tally it up. And along there to tally it up. And I think this is, I'm not sure what size mill this one is now. So you've got the 3mm, I think this might be the 9mm maybe. It's either 6mm or 9mm, that red liner tape. I'm not 100% sure. So let me just grab my folder thing with my acetate in. See what acetate I've got I can use in here. I need gold, not silver. Not silver. I don't know if I'm going to go plain or whether I'm going to go with a pattern. I don't know if I've got anything that would actually go with this wedding style card actually. Just having a look. It's copper. Definitely not the balloons. I mean, I've got this one, It's got lines on it, but that looks silver on that side. And that looks gold. So it's over that bit, because it's not too, there's not too much of it that's going to take it away from the actual card of what it is. I mean, you don't have to do this, it's up to you. You're the decision maker. Apart from plain acetate, I think that is all I've got. 'Cause I originally was going to do it so that it had so this is originally what I made, and it had "Today is a good day for champagne, congratulations." So I used a different topper from the one of the other books, little books, and it was supposed to be a wedding card, but as I said, this one didn't go to plan. As you can see, I've got a gap there. The acetate was not cut properly, so I decided to keep that one to myself and remake it. So this is not quite 7 that way, and I don't know what size it is this way. So it's supposed to be like a 5 by 7. And if I cut this, I need it a little bit shorter than what the frame is. So what I'm going to do is just place that on there. I'm going to snip there and then cut it, and then I'll come back to it and put it back on the frame or on the box, and then I will go from there. So let's line this up, just turn it around actually. Let's line this cut mark up with my trimmer. There we go, I felt that. This is the bit I think I needed, or was it the other bit? No, it's a smaller bit, isn't it? So this bit here. Did I not? Oh yes, this way, wasn't it? So that goes onto there, like so. And then this one, I'm going to cut it just there. Bring my trimmer back in. Place that onto there, and then trim that bit off that I don't need. That's the bit I need. Just going to stand up my folder thing because it's falling over and I end up catching it with my chair. So that's the bit we're going with. It's all together nicely now. So now I need my poker tool. There it is, because I need to get this red line a bit off. Pull that bit off. Pull that off. And this is for, as I said, for a wedding, and this is for the wedding that I'm going to in August this year. It's my husband's, on my husband's side this time. So it's his cousin that's getting married on the 16th of August, so we're looking forward to that. Be a good day. So it's exactly the same date as my brother got married last year. So yeah, quite looking forward to another wedding. just going to put a little bit of red liner tape along here just to fix my frame on. Peel that off now. Go along with my burnish tool. Peel that off. Peel that off. Bring in my frame. It's got a big crease there somehow. I never ever find these kind of frames easy to put together. And straight is the word. There we go. That looks alright. Quite happy with that. It's got subtle lines going across. It's a bit hard to see because my light, there we go. Subtle lines going across in the gold and that acetate. Yes, the frame, this bit could have been a lot neater, but so I don't want the happy birthday one. I want on your special day. Send in lots of best wishes, and then this is going to go on the back, handmade especially for you. So now we need to put I never know exactly which way these are meant to go on. I think they're meant to go that way, so that that goes on the outside and it stands like that. So that's where we're going anyway. So I just need a bit of red liner, just because this sticks a little bit better on there. Need a teeny tiny bit there. You can use your smaller red liner if you prefer your skinnier red liner. Doesn't matter which one you use. Just that I find that this sticks better to the back of the thing anyway. And then we pull this off. Peel that off. And if I can get this off. Bring in card or your frame. Line it up as best you can at the centre. Or centre-ish. It doesn't really matter if it's dead on centre because it will stand up either way, like so. Let's move all this red liner tape. I'm just going to lay it down flat for the minute. Like so. Oh yeah, my hands are all covered in black dye because I dyed my hair yesterday, and then I've been doing a bit of inking this morning. I don't do inking really, so I was just having a bit of a play around with some ink just to try and, you know, get familiar with it, I suppose. So I'm going to put on your, no, that's the one that's supposed to go up here. I'm going to put on your special day in this corner, and then send in love and best wishes in, where am I going to put it? Love and best wishes down there. Put that on. And get this backing off. Let's put you over here, like so. Let's bring you back in. I'm going to put a little bit of red liner on this one, just because this is going on the back of that frame. And I don't want it coming off if I use glue. So I'm going to put that on there so it stays on. Turn it over, and I'm going to pick that up there. And then there we have that. Only thing is, this does not go in an envelope, so it'll have to go in a box. In a box for that. But that is that card done. If you really wanted to, you can put, oh, excuse me, you can put something else on there. If you really wanted to put another sentiment on there, you could put another sentiment on there saying on your wedding day. I know it says on your special day, but if you wanted to put on there on your wedding day, you could put that on there as well. Totally up to you. You know, some people don't like too many sentiments. Some people like more sentiments, some people like less. You know, some people like gems, some people don't. Some people like ribbon, some people don't. Some people like bows, some people don't. So what I'm saying is, we're all different. We all like things differently. We're not all the same. Yeah. So that is it for this one. Sorry about all the little mishaps along the way on that beginning of that video. Like I say, most of my card making is trial and error. A lot of it when I do new stuff, when I try new stuff, like the stamping and mask using. I did make one card this morning. This is my first ever really stamping and using a twist, ink and twist, I think they're called, or twist and ink, something like that, mask. So this is my outcome for my ink and twist, and the stamping in the middle, time to celebrate your birthday. So that is my finished product. Yeah, it's going to take me a few attempts to actually get the hang of it properly, but I'm happy with how that one actually turned out, to be honest, for my first ever attempt on that one. So you might see more of them kind of features in future, maybe, if I can get my head around it, so to speak. Just drinking my coffee, it's going cold. Yeah, so that is it for that one. I know I always say I'm going to come back with something, and then I come back with something totally different. I hope that doesn't discourage you to keep watching my channel. I just go with where my thoughts in my head take me when it comes to doing card making and doing whatever on video. One day I probably do little books, another day I'll probably do another kit. I mean, I haven't brought much over the last couple of months or so. Bought the odd bit there, here and there, but none of the new kits really. Although I'm waiting for the butterfly. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. The new butterfly one that's out. I won't get that until Wednesday, so yeah, they've been trying to deliver it for the last couple of days, but I've always been at work, so I've had to rearrange the delivery for Wednesday when my husband's home. Yeah, so yeah, that is that. And the other thing was, I think on one of my videos I said that I was Monday on the 19th of May I was going for an ultrasound. I still haven't got the results yet, but I do get them on Thursday morning. So at the moment I'm keeping my fingers crossed, because they did tell me 7 to 10 days. The doctor surgery texted me on Friday to arrange a appointment for getting my results. So I'm still none the wiser as to if there is anything that they found, or if it's nothing. So yes, I'm a little bit anxious waiting for that, because I don't know if there's anything that they found, anything that needs to be sorted, or whether it's just something minor. I know it's definitely not something major, because they wouldn't have made me wait until Thursday. Well, I hope they wouldn't have made me wait till Thursday to actually speak to the doctor. But once I do get my results, you'll hear in my videos after this week. Yeah, so you'll probably hear about this one on Monday or Wednesday of next week. Not this week coming, the week after, sorry. So going into June. Yeah, so yep, that is it for this video, guys. Once again, ouch, smack my hand on the table. Once again, thank you for all your support. Thank you for all your kind messages. Thank you to my new subscribers. Yeah, I do. It does really mean a lot to me. And hopefully this video wasn't too messed up, that you can understand where I'm going with this one. Anyway, I'm rambling as per usual at the end of the video, so I will leave you guys here, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, guys, take care and keep on crafting. Bye for now.